What's your name, grade, and what stereotypes or labels are often assigned to you?
My name is Naina.
My name is Selena.
I'm a youth shop.
Currently a freshman.
A sophomore.
A junior.
Currently a 12th grader.
Overachieving, studious, quiet Asian girl. That definitely is a stereotype.
I'm just like your typical Asian student, typical guy. I'm just typical Asian guy. I mean, there's like a plethora of Asian males that exist here. I mean, I don't know how they would perceive me any differently.
Being Indian, it's like it comes with it that you're like good at math or like science or like you're not really into athletics as much as academics.
A lot of things people think I'm like just enough brown.
I don't know who I am because I don't take enough time to think about it and stuff, and I kind of identify myself more by what people see me as than what I actually think I am.
In reality, like, I'm so much more than that, and if you can't see that, then I do not care.
There's definitely a lot of stereotypes that go around, like being white at Lynbrook.
If you saw me like versus maybe like the Asian person like sitting side by side in like a classroom, you'd probably default to that person as being like automatically smarter than me, which means I always have to like prove myself.
I think for white students, it can be challenging if you're interacting with someone and then you can feel like you're being looked down upon.
I think it really hurt my self-esteem, and I think it really hurts the way I interact with people for the first time because all I'm thinking about is like, oh, they probably hate me, they probably don't know anything about me, they probably think I'm stupid.
There's a stereotype that men are better at science than women. They were like, oh, you should work on the design of the presentation instead of helping us with the concept of science. So a lot of the time I felt like my opinions were being disrespected because I was a girl, or that as a girl I should be expected to work harder than most of the boys because I need to make up for the fact that I'm a girl.
I think that when people already have very high expectations about you, their opinion of you, even if they haven't ever had personal encounters with you before, always starts a very positive. I think the negative is that sometimes I feel like I kind of am confined or trapped to this like very high achieving image.
Sometimes a lot of people see me as smart and then think a lot of the time that's the only thing people will see me as, and so I kind of feel like I have to live up to that expectation.
There's a lot of expectations, and not only like academic wise, but like how you're supposed to look. Like it's a big thing for my mom. She's like, you're too tan, you need to like become lighter, you're too dark, or you need to lose weight, you need to become skinnier, and it's really difficult.
There's like some kind of culture of like anti-gayness, I guess. There's like almost like a curiosity, but also like a fear. People are like, hey, I don't think being gay is a bad thing, but then they're also like super scared of being identified as gay.
I usually hear like guys making jokes on people that don't fit into the gender binary, and I hear people making jokes about gay people, and I think because of that, people don't see this as a safe place for them.
I'm surrounded in like Lynbrook, for example, in like the Bay Area, then the Asian part of me, it's like not even a stereotype, right? It's like if I step out, then I feel like that does play into how people view me.
We visited my cousin who lives in Texas. He goes to college there, and you go like in that area and you like go to the subway or whatever, you stop for lunch, and like people look at you differently than they do here.
I always noticed when I was little, like if I go to airports, to go to the mall, I would purposely try to seem not Asian, just so that I didn't have to deal with, I don't know, like any possible like dirty looks. When I started to like be really fluent in English and like kind of like forget my Korean, it's like it almost be like something I was proud of in a sense that like, oh, look how much I'm forgetting my Korean, I'm not even Korean anymore. In 8th or 9th grade, when I started to like really go like, hey, like, there's really nothing wrong with monoliths, there's nothing wrong with my skin color, and there's nothing wrong with like, I mean, there's always pride from what I can get from that heritage. I started to speak Chinese more with my parents. Like I would purposely try to speak my broken Chinese to get it better.
Being somewhere else other than the Bay Area, like where there are not a lot of people that speak that language, there's definitely like you feel you feel a little uneasy.
I don't have to worry about somebody hearing me speak Russian or somebody hearing me obviously speak English with other people. And I know that other cultures, maybe if you're like, you speak Mandarin, maybe there's a reason as to why you don't want to speak that in public, but me as like a white person or a European person, I've never had to worry about that fear.
How would you all describe Lynbrook students' body's attitude towards social issues?
People don't really like talk about it.
We don't really talk about it much, and I think that it should be changed because it's like a good discussion to have.
I think that overall we are very socially liberal, but I don't know if that's a purposeful and deliberate social liberal or it's because it's where we come from and it's because of just how we've been raised. And so I feel like a lot of Lynbrook students, when it comes to people of different sexual orientations or different like different backgrounds, they're not super used to, different identities they're not used to. We're accepting, but we don't go out of our way to be welcome. And I also don't feel like we do enough to be a community that has its arms open to welcome a lot of diversity to our community.
I think that Lynbrook is very idealistic. We are liberal and we want to be open about topics like mental illness, gender, sexuality, race, but we're not as open as we think we are as we want to be. And I think that's something that we can't just dream about, we have to actively take action.
So based on what I've seen personally, I think that people do care, and I think that people here are intelligent and smart, but a lot of the times they don't speak up to say anything about it. They like scroll past a BuzzFeed article and like, oh my god, that sucks, but like they don't do anything past that, and they don't actually like use that to create any kind of activism. So
we very rarely take time to stop and think about how we perceive other people. And I think that if we were more purposeful and more conscious of that, it would bring about a much more welcoming environment.
Like intersections in this project, you guys are actively finding people to speak out and you're encouraging people to talk about their experiences. I think that's what people need to do more because we're thinking about it and we might be suggesting, ideas about social progress on like social media, Snapchat, but we actually have to reach out, talk to our friends about it.
It's just like, it's really great that this is becoming an issue at school, that it's going to be helped, because I'm really glad I'm a freshman who's going to be able to see this club prosper.
Honestly, like this club is freaking great, okay? It honestly encompasses everything that I feel about Lynbrook. Like, it's so welcoming, and it's really good about talking about issues like these. Intersections is a great way to get started. So thanks, guys.
Love you too, bro.
Am I done?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'd say I'm like a normal person. I think that's a good description of my personality.
2019?
A second.
Okay.
I need to think about this.
What else is there?
Oh shoot.
Sorry.